What a way to start this podcast off. I have the pleasure of sitting with someone I personally know, someone that has been making a buzz within our little small community in the film industry in Atlanta, but definitely to the world. Jalen is one of TikTok's top 5 live creators.
So I'm a live pro on TikTok.
Okay.
And what you want me to explain what that is?
Yeah, tell us what that means.
Okay, so a live pro on TikTok is someone who is verified by TikTok themselves for going live and achieving 10 million diamonds in 1 month. And diamonds is equal to $100,000 in cash.
Whoa.
So once you and your community that you build do that, TikTok stamps you, and I've had a lot of opportunities come from that situation.
I know you from behind the scenes. What are you talking about? Somebody donated $100,000 to you in 1 month?
It's not one person, it's a community of people. So you know, like how, like, say like a pastor would have like a church.
Okay.
So his church is his community.
Yes.
And they pay tithes.
Donations.
So it's similar to that, but we ain't talking about God.
Okay. So bring me back. You're behind the scenes working on set with us. You created TikTok like everybody else.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between your TikTok and my TikTok? Which doesn't exist yet, but you know
So what I started seeing was that we had access to like things that nobody has seen.
You mean from working behind the scenes?
Working behind the scenes. Even like this setup, nobody really sees that. They just see TV. So I've never seen nobody on TikTok have that on their page. So I took a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I was working on set, and I started posting it.
Okay.
And it would continue to go viral and get all of these views.
What were you posting that went viral?
The first thing I posted that went viral was a video of Shaq getting out of a little car. So he was in a Hellcat, and his big ass got out of the car, and it was so crazy, like just looking at that. So I put a caption that said something about me and Shaq having road rage, and he got up out of that little car, and I didn't know it was him. And it did like 4 million views. That got me like 20,000 followers. Just that one video.
So you think it was the caption, or was it the fact that Shaq was really looking funny getting out the
It
little
was
car?
both. It was both, because imagine having road rage with somebody and you can't see them in tinted windows,
true, yeah.
and then Shaq gets out of the car.
Yeah, you don't want a problem with somebody.
Yeah, you don't want no
Shaq.
problem with nobody that's like 7'1".
So that was your first viral
That was
video?
the first viral video.
Wow.
But I still didn't take TikTok serious after that.
So 4 million views, you're still working behind the scenes. What's going on in your mind?
It's something to it. I started posting more consistently. I had so much content because I was in the film industry maybe 5 years before I started posting.
On TikTok?
I had so many videos from the previous 5 years that I could drop a video every single day, 2 or 3 sometimes, just depending on how I feel. I would make up captions and then post my video that I had. And a lot of celebrities for sure. Yeah, it was a lot of celebrities for sure, because we done worked with almost everybody.
So did you have the celebrities doing anything in particular?
Well, it depends on what the situation was. Like maybe hip hop awards. I might have ran into like 30 different celebrities at that point, and maybe we either took a picture or we got a slight video together. It didn't matter really. Whatever the content was, I saw TikTok being a place where I could make money. So I started taking it more serious.
We all got Instagram, and we post our behind the scenes on Instagram, but I guess it's different on TikTok.
How you deliver the message.
I think it's because you make comedic elements in your post.
I do. It is comedic elements within it, but that's just me personally.
Gotcha.
But I truly feel like everybody could possibly do that if you communicate to whoever you want to watch it in a way that they get it.
Okay. So when that Shaq video hit 4 million views, did it happen all at once or over time?
The day I posted it, it reached maybe 1 million, and then it just kept growing.
So how do you get paid off of having 1 million views on TikTok?
Well, that video allowed me to get paid, actually, because you have to have 10,000 followers to be in the creative reward program. Once I got into that program, that's when I started really posting, going crazy.
You like how my commercials sound? Of course you do. You should learn from the pros at Sound Mixers.
At Sound Mixers, we handle location audio from single interviews to full-length features. Certified mixers, utilities, boom ops. Our team is ready to roll anywhere, anytime, on any set. Check out the pros at Sound Mixers. Book us today. Wow. You gotta walk me through this because I'm with Shaq all the time. It's mostly the fact that you tied comedy behind that drew that crowd. So you got 1 million views. What happens in your mind? What are you thinking at that point?
I'm thinking content creation is a lane that I should explore.
But did you know exactly what it was? Because everybody posts behind the scenes videos. Or did you think, oh, it's because I said he was getting out this little car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that would get a lot of views because I read books on content creation and what grabs listeners' eyes. And that was one of the things. If I added comedy to a video, which most people would just post a behind the scenes video and it just be that. But if you add a caption to it, that creates a storyline. It's either comedic element for me or something that provides shock value. The second video I made provided shock value. That was Henry Ruggs, the football player. He crashed into a lady. He was drunk driving, crashed into a lady and killed her and her dog. So I had worked with Adidas on that job, and they scrapped all the footage. They never put out anything that had to do with him.
So wait, back up. So you worked on a job with Henry Ruggs. Then it's a news flash that he did something.
He may have done that 2 weeks after that job, before they could even edit it and distribute it.
So what happened?
So I called one of the people that I work with, and I was like, what are they going to do with that footage? Because I had some good behind-the-scenes footage I was ready to post on my TikTok.
Because he's buzzing at the moment.
He's buzzing at the moment. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out, is this okay to post? Are y'all still going to stand behind him? And they said no. So they was like, no, we're done with that situation, that we're not going to release any of that content. So that was my trigger. I posted it, and he was on house arrest in Las Vegas. And I realized the footage was in Atlanta. And it actually looked like he had an ankle monitor on.
So what did your behind-the-scenes video show of Henry Ruggs?
It just showed him in a workout doing a simple football drill, but it looked like he had an ankle monitor on, and he was in Atlanta. And I put in the caption, do you think he should go to prison or should he be in a rehab situation?
So your goal was just to get the people talking.
Yeah, to spark conversation. It was shock value that he was in Atlanta. And the conversation is, some people think he deserves to be locked up. Some people think he deserves a second chance and he should continue his football playing career. Because he had a great season his first year. I posted it as a reel. It's nothing but like 15 seconds. But it drew so much conversation that ESPN called. And a whole bunch of these outlets were reaching out to me. He was like a rookie you could see playing 10 years and possibly being a Hall of Famer.
But anybody could have had behind-the-scenes footage of him. But it was the fact that
nobody posted it. So on this job specifically, it was like 3 cameramen that had Adidas footage, and which, after a job, you turn in the memory card to the company. So I just had the behind-the-scenes footage. Nobody else really had it. It was only like 5 people there.
So you had the most recent footage of Henry.
Yes.
But your footage also looked like he had on an ankle monitor.
Yes. I don't know what he had in his sock, but it looked like an ankle monitor, and a lot of people commented and said that.
So your captions were, Henry's wearing an ankle monitor.
No. The people in the comments, they was like, it looked like he has an ankle monitor on, and he didn't.
Did you have that in your mind when you posted the video?
I had to look at the comments, and then I looked again, and I was like, yeah, it does look like that.
So you got these 2 viral videos. You got Shaq going viral, and you got the Henry Ruggs going viral. So at what point do you go live and you realize there's something with live? I
go live during that process. I posted it. I didn't even look at it when I posted it. But when I decided to look at it, I saw that it had over like 500,000 views. So I'm like, what? And
that
then
video.
that video. Then I got close to 30,000 followers. Then I talked to someone and they was like, you should go live and explain this story. I was thinking like, yeah, because I'm getting calls from people and people are emailing me wanting to talk about the situation.
What do you think ESPN thought, or the people that wanted to contact you about the story? What did they think? You have some kind of insight on him?
Yes, when I talked to ESPN, I actually did an over-the-phone interview with him. They were asking the details of how I got that footage because he was in Las Vegas and on house arrest at the time, and the footage is from Atlanta. They want to know, how was this footage in Atlanta? Because that would have been a violation of his circumstances at the time.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. That could violate him and he could go to jail.
So, Jalen, you get a call from ESPN. I've had a similar situation, and I'll go into that in a second. I think it's a great story, guys. But what about your client that hired you for the job? Because, I'm thinking as a behind-the-scenes person. If ESPN is calling you, I'm pretty sure the coordinator, the producer, or somebody's like, Jalen, take that down.
Nobody called to say take that down. Adidas scrapped the footage. So Adidas didn't really care. And I didn't really care about posting any of that footage from Adidas because I didn't like the job that I was on.
Gotcha.
I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck about Adidas at that point. I don't care if they ever called me again. I didn't care about their job. I didn't like the people that I was working with. They were like micromanaging type of people. And that I hate that shit.
Gotcha.
So once I realized like what I had, I realized they didn't do anything with the footage. I just said, okay, I'm going to post it.
Yeah, what is it going to hurt?
Yeah, what is it going to hurt? Because I don't care about working with them again. They still ain't called me again, so it doesn't matter.
That's funny. Wow. So you go live.
Yeah, I go live. And it's over 1,000 people in my live that want to hear about this story. Everybody that's coming in my live, tell us about the Henry Rugg. Tell us about this. Is it real? Was he in Atlanta? And I told the actual story about it. Like, I told them everything about the story. I said, like, this is old footage. We filmed this maybe a month ago, and Adidas scrapped the footage. I told them everything. And they were sending me gifts on live. So with the gifts on live, I would say I went live like 30 minutes, and I had, I would say like $50, in my account. And the moment I looked at my balance and it said $50, I said, it's something to this live shit.
I know that's right.
Because I saw the gifts up there, but I didn't know that was money.
So, yeah, to a lot of people that don't understand TikTok Live, explain how that works in the gifting process and how do you even buy a gift?
Okay, so if you want to come in my live and you want to buy a gift, go to tiktok.com/recharge on the website. And then come to my live at TV Jalen.
Yeah.
And that's how you are able to obtain a gift. So a lot of people did that day and sent me gifts. And from that moment on, I started going live every day, just for a little bit.
So you were like, all right, I have $50. I'm going live again tomorrow. So let me just be clear. In order to buy a gift, as like if I'm watching you and I'm watching your TikTok and I'm loving your content, and as a fan, I said, you know what, I want to give Jalen a tip. The first thing I need to do is purchase a coin.
Yes.
And then once I purchase a coin, that can translate into a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Then that gift comes to you as in money.
And money.
So how does that conversion, how does that happen? Like from TikTok, what is their cut? What do they need to take?
Okay.
If somebody gave $1, how much of that dollar would you take home?
I get 50 cents.
Oh, you get half?
Yeah, so TikTok gets half. It's like a 50-50 split.
Okay.
Which is unfair. Let me state that. That's unfair. But I'll take it. I'll take it.
Why don't you just bring them to your Cash App?
That's kind of difficult in a way because some people do Cash App me. Like, it's been instances where I went out of town and people was like, hey, send me your Cash App. I want you to get drinks on me or something like that. People do Cash App, but most people don't.
Okay. They prefer to send a gift?
They prefer to send a gift.
So you go live on the Henry Rugg situation. You get $50. The next day you decide to go live again. What are you thinking is going to make people... So you continue the story of Henry Ruggs to get more money? Or
no.
What was the next thing?
No, I just started engaging with people. Like, they was asking me questions, and I would tell them about me, and then I'd tell them, my backing. I was like, yeah, my content, you work with such and such? Yes, I work with such and such. And then it was just like them getting to know me and me getting to know them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how did you get them to gift you?
How did I get them to gift me? I guess it was more so of the arrangement of them getting to know me and you buying into the character that I am. Because I think that's kind of how anybody has success in life. You know, some people will love your content but won't gift you. So some people will gift you because they love your content. So it works in mysterious ways, honestly. It just depends on the person because these gifters are real people.
So are there any restrictions of you putting your Cash App on just in case these real people want to
No.
give you the money directly instead of like going through
No, there's no
TikTok?
restrictions.
Okay.
Yeah. I have had a lot of people send me gifts. Just the other day, someone sent me a coffee while I was online.
What do you mean?
They sent it to my building. They sent a coffee, like I was on live and they was like, hey, do you want coffee? And they sent it to my building.
Do you put your address online?
No, I didn't put my address online. They DM me and I told them what my building was.
Oh,
And they just sent it to my building.
so how do you feel about like privacy and all that since you're...
Well, we have a like a door policy. Like you can't just come in my building and act crazy. So, and then if you got close enough to see me, I would have something for them. I would have something for them that would stop all movement.
I know that's right. Wow. Because I wonder about privacy a lot online. Since you've gone viral, how have you like protected yourself?
Yeah, I'm
As in,
always
like,
protected.
Well,
Yeah.
and I'm happy you are. We live in Georgia. You should be.
Yes.
I am. But what I'm saying is like, you know, like as a freelancer, sometimes you give out your address, sometimes you give out your phone number, and that stuff may be online. How did you not have spam callers and stuff like that?
No, I've never had no weird people calling me
Okay.
before, but I have heard stories about some people that I know, like getting swatted and stuff like that.
Swatted?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like I had a friend whose address got leaked and they called like the police and said he may have been doing such and such and the police came through, like the SWAT team came.
Oh man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but nothing happened. They was just like,
It
we
just-
got a call that such and such and such and such. But nothing happened.
That is insane. How do you encourage your viewers to gift you?
I don't really encourage anybody to give me. Like, I want my support to just be purely authentic. So if you choose to support me, I appreciate that. But even if you don't, even if you just want to come in there and talk to me, that's fine as well. I just like having a community of people that support me because actually coming in my live is just support in itself. If you just come in my live, I appreciate that.
Right. Just the view itself is support.
Because you could have been somewhere else. Yeah.
So by the time the Henry Ruggs video comes out, how many followers do you remember having at that time?
Maybe I would say like right under 30,000 or 30,000.
So the Shaq video and the Henry Ruggs video got you 30,000 followers
Yeah, approximately. Because I was posting other videos in between.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, but they didn't go millions. They may have did 10,000, 20,000, but like not millions.
So at what point was it where you were like going live and making money and you were like, this is starting to outweigh working on set? Like, what was that process like?
I was working on a TV show called Wicked City on the All Black channel. I worked on the second season. Yeah, I worked on the second season. And I was getting paid pretty good, but I realized that every time I go on TikTok, I make what I would make in a week in like a day or two. So I just told myself that after I had signed a contract to do that job, so I just told myself after this job, I'm just going to go full on social media.
So how many hours a day are you putting in to like average out what you would make per day?
Well, on live, maybe like 4 to 6, but, you know, it just depends on how I'm feeling. Because I have stuff outside of social media that I do. So I can't just say, like, every day I'm going to do 4 to 6 hours. Some days I don't even get on. I just went to Jamaica not too long ago. And
Yeah, I saw
didn't
one
even
of your
get on.
videos. Dude. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I didn't even get on because
You
I
didn't
was
get
having
live?
fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I may have went live 1 or 2 days out of like 5 or 6.
But you got some really good content that
Got
went viral.
really good content.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say viral, but it was like
it did
hundreds
numbers.
of thousands of views, right?
Exactly.
That's what's up. So, all right, so slow down a bit. Because right now, Jamaica is full-time content creator. I want to go back to when you're like halfway in. Do you still take TV and film jobs or what?
I worked on 2 jobs last year.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked on 2 jobs.
But would you still take more if you got them? Or would that be an ego?
No, I would. No, I would take some jobs if it was like the right fit.
Like
Yeah.
what?
See, the last job I took was I was getting behind the scenes footage, which that's what I like to do anyway. I was getting behind the scenes footage of like the head Negro College Association or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. Like I only worked like 3 hours.
Okay,
And I
so-
got a full day pay. So
Well, you
I
know,
said,
that they don't always come like that, though.
they don't. But if they do, I'm taking it. I'm
Okay.
taking it.
So those are the kind that you're open to.
Yeah, behind the scenes jobs, stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, nothing that's super serious. I do not want to be on set and have to be serious.
So you take set jobs now if you want to. It's not because you need to pay your bills.
No.
Gotcha. So how many days a week do you need to work on TikTok before you're like, all right, I'm done for the month. I'm good.
I just work every day.
You work every day?
Yeah, every day.
7 days a week?
Yes.
Wow.
30 days a month, sometimes 31, 28 on February.
Are you serious?
Yes.
4 to 6 hours a day.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fun for me. That's
It's
not work.
fun.
I don't
Gotcha.
consider I don't work. Like when people ask me like, what do you do for work? I say I don't work.
It's funny that you said it because I feel like I heard somebody that I'm really inspired by say that they work 18 hours a day. And I'm like, well, I feel like I work 18 hours a day, especially on this stuff. Like if I was working 18 hours a day on set, I would be like mud. I would be water, liquid, just drained. You know what I mean?
Mentally and
And
physically. Yeah.
But for this type of stuff, this is fun. So I can see how the time just like
Right.
flies by. And right now, I'm not getting paid for it. But if I was getting paid for it, then yeah, I would take this seriously. So TikTok almost left. It's on the verge of leaving.
Yeah.
I hope not, but it's a possibility. What is your plan if TikTok leaves? Because I've seen that you've transitioned to YouTube already. Like, if I'm not mistaken, you got like 8,000 followers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And your first video, I want to say that you posted long form content was your interview with Charleston White, which, by the way, I think was so smart of you to have your entrance be with somebody that is buzzing like that, because automatically I'm sure that video monetized you. But tell me, what was your strategy behind choosing him? How much did he cost? How did you get the money? Walk me through that.
Well, okay, so
And even how do you know him?
I met Charleston White at Magic City on a Monday, like the biggest day. You know, it's like a holiday every Monday. So I meet him at Magic City. I'm just throwing money, and he just walks right by me and looks at me like, "Damn." He said, "Young nigga, you got the flow painted green." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "What's up, man?" Like I have never met him before, and only thing I do is see him going crazy on social media. So I'm not even knowing like how to even approach him. But I was just like, "Yeah, man, I want to do an interview with you." I just said that, just talking shit. Like I'm not even like fool. I haven't never did an interview in my life, but I'm like, "Yeah, I want to do an interview with you, bro." He was like, "Yeah, get my information." So that was that, and I never even reached out to him. Never reached out to him.
So what time frame is this? Just give me what
This
year?
is probably the beginning of last year. Yeah, probably the beginning of last year. So I never reached out to him. And then maybe 4 weeks later, I go back to Magic City on Monday. And he's there again. And he's like, "What's up, man?" And at that moment right there, I knew like I should sit down with him, because I'm thinking this is like divine energy or something like that. Like I'm like, okay, I done seen him twice, and this is his second time going to Magic City. He never went there from our conversation when we were there. So
Because I know he talks about going to strip clubs a lot.
he
but-
does, but
Yeah.
he had just started coming to Atlanta and like doing business with people.
Mm.
So when I got the interview, when we talked about the interview,
So wait, you guys just exchanged numbers and like, hey,
we exchanged numbers prior.
back then, but then at this point, you decided after you saw him the second time, you decided to call him.
Yeah.
And then how did that go?
How did that go?
Yeah.
I asked him would he be open to it,
Yeah.
and he shot me a number, and then I'm like, okay, I'll do that, and then I paid him what he asked, and then he flew down here, and then we actually made it happen, and he told me personally it was one of his best interviews because I didn't really ask about drama. It was more so to get to know him as the person.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's definitely popular online. I've heard him say that he cost about 10 grand to book. Did he charge you 10 grand?
I can't say that because
Okay.
I can't mess up the man's business.
I don't want to mess up his business.
Yeah, I
don't
can't
wanna
mess up
his
the business.
And I
He
respect
might,
his
He
business.
might charge somebody 30,000.
He deserves
That's
whatever
between
he charges.
him-
and
yeah.
you're right. Okay, but I'm just saying I saw somewhere online where he said that, or maybe someone said that allegedly. Charleston, I don't want no beef, but get all your money, bro. But how did you get the money up to even pay him to do it?
I'm a baller.
Okay, all right. We see.
No,
see.
no, I'm
That's
just
what we're here to
playing.
talk about it.
No, I'm just playing. A lot of it comes from TikTok. Yeah, TikTok.
And so you're like, he's worth the investment.
Yes, I knew he was worth the investment.
So what was your plan behind having him particularly do your first interview?
Well, him particularly, I like a lot of what he says. You know, I can't say I agree with everything that he says because I
Yeah,
don't agree
same.
with everything anybody says.
Right.
But some of his content is waking up the youth and just people that got sense in general. So that I specifically wanted to sit down with him just to like pick his brain because I watch his interviews and I have certain questions that I would think of. I'm like, damn, I wonder what he thinks about this.
Yeah.
So that was my intention.
So how'd the numbers go? Did you get your investment back? Did you get a return on your investment?
Yes, I got a return on my investment. And one thing about YouTube pays, but you can post it on every single social media platform. Like Facebook gave me money. TikTok gave me a lot of money because a lot of that stuff was going viral. So that it's an easy investment. Well, it's not an easy investment. It's an easier return on your investment if you do it the right way.
Okay, so let's talk about doing stuff the right way. I mean, it's a lot of people listening here that are shocked that somebody's even able to make $100,000 in a month. We're looking to you for the answers. Give us the blueprint. How is it easy to do that once you make that initial investment?
Well, if you have capital that you're not going to lose sleep over, I say go invest in yourself and take a risk if you don't want to work for anybody. Because I knew my investment would get my YouTube monetized. So now that it's monetized, I'm constantly posting on my YouTube, you know, giving my subscribers, you know, content all the time.
So how are you taking this content from different platforms, from like YouTube to Instagram to TikTok to Facebook? Because you just mentioned that you're getting paid from all those different platforms. So what was your strategy? Because YouTube is long form, and then you just broke it down for digestible moments out of the long
Yes.
form. Okay, so explain that.
I posted the long form content on YouTube, and I want to say that interview did like 400,000, and a lot of the short clips that were attention grabbers, I posted it in the shorts, in YouTube shorts. So those YouTube shorts, they don't pay much, but it makes people want to watch the whole interview. So
Right.
they're like teasers. Like you're in the film industry, you know, every show has like a little teaser.
A promo. Starting a podcast shouldn't be complicated. That's why we built this space. The cameras, the lights, the audio, it's already set up. All you need is your SD cards. And with a few different looks to choose from, you can make your podcast truly your own. Scan the QR code or hit the link in the description to book your spot today.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
I heard you say that you took it down and reposted it. And what was your strategy
I
behind
haven't
that?
reposted it yet. I'm going to repost it again.
Why is
know.
that? You
Because I didn't get to make money off the interview from the long form content. So I made money from the interview off of shorter form content. Like I might post a 10-minute clip here, 8-minute clip here, 20-minute clip here. So I want to repost the content that got my stuff monetized so people can go back and watch the full interview and I can get paid off that.
So wait, so it's a strategy because you said you got 400,000 views on the full length interview, right? Mm-hmm. But how long did it take for you to get 400,000 views?
That may have happened in 3 weeks. Yeah, so it might have happened in like 3 or 4 weeks.
So now that you have the 400,000 views on that video, you're planning to take it down and repost it again?
Yeah.
And there's no penalty for that on YouTube?
No, content is content. Like I can post content from 5 years ago that, you know, maybe people have seen and haven't seen. It could go viral. It's just the way you repurpose it.
Oh, so like, give me an example. Like
So-
a new thumbnail title or
A new thumbnail title or just a new like caption across the board. Like the next one I could say, instead of just Charleston White interview, I could say Charleston White hates Kamala Harris and is glad that she didn't get elected. And that would just grab your attention.
You would just watch it again.
And you would just watch it and you would be like, oh, wow, he did, you know.
That's smart. So off that interview, where have you gotten the most money from posting it?
I got the most money from like TikTok because TikTok in the creator rewards program, they pay better than any other app. TikTok and Facebook, they kind of pay better than all the other apps. So I didn't really go crazy on posting it on Instagram because for some reason Instagram, they don't appreciate their creators enough to really, really pay them.
Oh, really?
I heard now they're offering like $50,000 to like TikTokers, you know, to
Yeah,
come
I
over
saw
there and
something
post.
like
Yeah,
that.
I saw that now. So they're waking up.
So yeah, that's interesting. What is the conversion like for Instagram opposed to TikTok for you?
Well,
Like,
I
to
don't
get
know
paid.
necessarily for Instagram, but I know for every 1,000 views, they give you like something.
Okay. What is the creators top, what do you call it again?
The rewards program,
Yeah, what is the creators rewards program? Explain that.
it allows you to get money from your content.
So how do you even become eligible to get in that?
You have to have 10,000 followers and maybe like a certain number of watch hours or something like that.
And so that's in order to get that, that's when you're monetized.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
when you're able to get a bag. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it seems like YouTube pays more than TikTok, right?
It probably does. I think it does actually.
On video.
Yes, videos and watch hours, like
Gotcha.
all of that. But it's kind of easier with TikTok because all you have to do is post something for 1 minute. Now your 1 minute is worth more on TikTok than your 1 minute on YouTube.
Oh, really? Even YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, YouTube Shorts, you really don't get paid like that off of them.
Oh, wow.
But on TikTok, your 1 minute is more valuable.
That's interesting. So with TikTok Live, I know that's how you make a lot of money. Are you trying to go YouTube Live and trying to bring your audience over to do the same thing that they do for you on TikTok?
Well, YouTube Live, I don't think they have it similar to the TikTok. Like TikTok, I think the highest gift on there is like $450, and which you know we get half, so that's $225. I don't think YouTube has anything similar to that.
So let's get into the meat of why everybody may be here. This $100,000 number. When you say that, everybody's like, "Man, what are you talking about? How did that happen?" Explain that and definitely explain how much you brought home from a $100,000 month. Is it really half, or did you bring home $100,000?
Okay, so yes, I brought half of $100,000, but my community spent $100,000 in 1 month for me to get Live Pro. Now, prior to me getting Live Pro, we were almost there. Like I might have $90,000 from my team or $80,000 from my team, but we never eclipsed 100. So it was a thing like with me and my manager to let my team know, like, hey, we need this milestone right here because this gets us more exposure. So in 1 month, I want to say we end up with 11 million diamonds, which is maybe like $110,000, like as a group, just to ensure that we got Live Pro. So my community really like pushed themselves to make that happen for me because it makes them look good when they support someone and they achieve like the highest milestone you can achieve on TikTok.
When you say your community, you mean
The people that watch me live and gift me.
So what do they get for being a good gifter? I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding.
Well, a lot of them get recognition. Like I could be battling or I could be on live with someone and they would be like, do you got such and such over there? And it gives them a level of importance.
That's interesting, man. That's a trip. Because I saw you battle the other day. Actually, I thought you were just battling with Soulja Boy just now when you came in here.
Yeah, I was.
Y'all were battling.
Yeah, we were.
For like, what, 3 minutes?
3 minutes, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, only 3.
So we saw you battle the other day for like 30 minutes when we came to your place, and you made 188 gifts. You got 188 gifts for that duration of time.
Right.
So that translated into half of that came to you in dollars.
No. I actually got $400 sent, but I took home 188. So it was like that's half of whatever they sent.
Whoa, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So back up, you just said that you had a manager. At what point? So you got to walk me through this from being on set, posting a video of Shaq, that goes viral, then posting the video of Henry Ruggs, and that creates the live content that you started to do. That creates the live part of Jalen, right?
Right.
And then after that, you meet Charleston White, and then you make your way to YouTube, which was a genius move. But at what point did you realize that you needed a manager? Like, how does that work?
Once it was like a lot of events that I would see other people get invited to. And I was like, why am I not getting invited to these events?
Like other content creators?
Yes. And
Okay.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know I'm way better than these people. Like, I got way more going on. I'm like, why am I not? So I reached out to other content creators, and they was like, oh, yeah, my manager sends it to me. So I asked, I'm like, hey, I need a manager. So I got me a manager, and now, I'm going to Live Fest, which is like the Grammys for TikTok.
Wow. So how does that work? How did you find like the right person? You got notes from like your favorite top creators, and they're like, go to this person. She's the
It was
best?
like referral based.
Okay.
Yeah, it was referral based, definitely.
So what does the manager do for you in social media world?
Well, so say I said something and my page got took. My manager would talk to TikTok and be like, hey, this is what he meant by this. And then, TikTok will consider it, and then they will either give me my page back or say, no, we can't have that on our platform.
So before we go there, because I'm interested to know if you ever had to get some stuff put back up or apologize to TikTok or ever got anything banned off TikTok.
I got my page took before.
So at that point, were you happy that you had a manager?
Yes.
Okay, so when you first talked to the manager, what was it that they were telling you that made you decide, you know what, I need to invest in you?
It was that because that's a real thing. You could get your page took on TikTok for absolutely no reason. Like I showed a baby picture of myself on TikTok, and I had my shirt off, and they banned me for nudity. Wow. And I'm like, that wasn't even that.
Well, we got some sick people in this world, so you just really
That's
never know.
true.
That's crazy, though.
But that was me doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why, they ended up giving me my page back in 15 minutes.
And it was because you had a manager?
Yes.
Is it a female or a male?
A male.
So what did he do on your behalf?
He just reached out and told him, like, hey, this is just a baby picture. Like, give him his page back.
So is that the only benefit that you have?
No,
defends you?
I get access to the events, like the knowledge of an event before it happens. So say they had a event where they want the top content creators that makes 5 million diamonds every month on average. he would be like, hey, they got this event going on. It's at the New York base or it's at the LA base. So it gives you knowledge of what's going on.
Gotcha. So did you have your manager before you booked your interview with Charleston?
No,
Oh, so that happened after.
that happened after.
And so did your manager look at that and was like, oh, you're worth it. I'm going to work with you too.
Oh, no. It was pretty much at that time I was worth it in general because my name had been like ringing in the TikTok world.
Gotcha. So what's your approach to YouTube? Are you since you can't do live and it doesn't pay the same as TikTok, are you more so focused on like sit down interviews, podcast stuff, or you mentioned you want to travel? You also
Yeah.
mentioned a dating show, which I find hilarious. But so you.
Yeah.
But tell me more.
I don't want to give out too much.
Okay. Okay,
because
okay.
I got a lot of stuff like planned.
Okay.
And I don't want people to like steal.
They
like,
can't, but they
what I
can't
go-
be you though.
It don't matter. Like my
Okay.
ideas are like
I hear you.
kind of trend setting in a way.
Okay, I got you.
But I do want to do like open people's eyes to like certain parts of the world, yes. And I want them to see like somebody that looks like me doing it instead of like a hiker looking guy. Like I feel like more adventurous travelers, they don't look like me.
Yeah, it's contrary to popular belief that you, dude
Yeah.
from Alabama with locks,
Exactly.
would be in Iceland or wherever you may choose to go.
Exactly.
Next. So I think
So
that's cool.
that's what I want to do. Like expose more people to the world and that look like me.
So would you say you have been able to do this because of TikTok?
Yes, a lot of it comes from just having that freedom to create and think of like what next. And then that comes from the security that TikTok allowed me.
So you're not worried about TV and film work at this point?
I'm not worried about it, but I mean, I'll take it. Like, I'll take some work. Like, if anybody out there want to hire me to do anything, like, I'll work.
Yeah, because I can imagine people probably feel like, because this happens to me, like if I take a movie, my commercial market people won't call me because they think that I'm working on a movie. So is it the same where people see you on TikTok and they're like, oh, Jalen's making money, we don't need to call him.
Right.
Is that a problem?
That is a problem.
So you want to let the world know today?
Yeah, I'll
tell them,
take
look
some
in
work.
the camera right there. Tell
Yeah,
them.
I'll take some work. Like, yes. I'll go live before, it's time for me to be on set.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So with that being said, you made a comment the other day when I was at your place, and you were like, you asked me, I asked you, I was like, Jalen, how do you find the freedom to just like do your thing on social media? Because it's a different mindset opposed to me running a business worried about, oh, I can't say this or I can't do this. I can't show my full self because I don't want my clients to see this and then think something, or I don't want to post something that's too, racy or anything like that. How do you deal with that? Because the comment you made was, you asked me, you said, can you afford to not care? And I was like, what do you mean? And you're like, as a content creator, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But when I was working as a freelancer, I kind of had to care a bit. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
Well, being that nobody is, funding what I do, that's a level of freedom that I have. Like, I can say fuck whoever, you know what I'm saying? However, and I feel okay to say that. Or I can go, like, smoke weed on Instagram.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. And I don't care who cares. I don't care what they think about it. Or I could say, like, I'm for or against Donald Trump. It doesn't matter because nobody's paying me,
Right.
for, like, the things I do.
Yeah, because, were you tired of work? Did you enjoy working in TV and film?
No, I loved working in TV
Okay.
and film. It's just the hours, like the hours. So on the average set, you're going to be there for 10 to 14 hours, And for me, you only got 24 hours in one day,
Right.
Like that just give me 10 to myself.
Yeah.
I would rather it be the other way around. Like I
Yeah.
have most of the hours for myself and then I give to the film industry.
No, I get it. I mean, I've been working in TV and film for about 15 years now, and I've started a company to try to like help others and teach others and help my friends get work. But now I'm at a point where I'm trying to like make sure they're good, make sure that I still have like a foot in the door in TV and film, but I want to pursue something like content creation, which I still feel like I can do both, but I want to be able to do more content creation full time. But, when you said that it was a difference between, your approach and your mindset to being a full-time content creator opposed to being a business person, having to watch and, feel funny about saying stuff and not feeling like you can completely be yourself. I feel the same way about exchanging time for money that you do. I feel like my 10 hours, 12 hours could be better utilized in other areas of like teaching people, coming to make sure everybody on set is good, and then coming back to creating content.
Exactly.
So that's the plan for me.
And that would be more fun.
It would be more fulfilling for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the life I'm trying to build. And that's why I created this podcast.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
man,
great.
definitely. I'm inspired by what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure anybody that's watching this is going to be inspired too. Any tips that you would tell somebody that wants to start a social media page and really believe that social media could change their life? Like, what advice would you give somebody that's on the fence about starting a social media page?
I would feel like part of it is knowing yourself. When it comes to content, I feel like some people just go out there and try stuff. But if you actually know who you are, that will be the driving force or influence behind your content. And being consistent is like one of the main keys. Like
Yeah.
if you can be consistent, like I would say personally, have at least 20 to 30 videos ahead of time before you start posting, just so you can really get in the algorithm.
Like for TikTok,
Yeah, for TikTok.
how often do you need to post? Because my approach for YouTube is once a week. I know you mentioned that you're reading the YouTube formula book, and I am as well, by Dow Eves, I think that's his name.
Yes.
So my plan is to just be consistent, but consistent on YouTube is once a week for me. What does that mean on TikTok?
On TikTok, I think to really get in the algorithm 3 times a day or more, if you can.
Wow.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be long form content.
It could just be anything.
Yeah, just like right now, I could get a video right now of us sitting here talking, and I could caption it, me telling lies to these hoes on the podcast. And, that doesn't take long.
It's so funny. Speaking of lies and hoes, how is going live and getting the attention that you're getting? How has that changed your love life and your friend life? Do you still have the same friends? Are things a little weird? How's the lady department going for you? All that.
Well, let me get a shot. Let me get a
It's time
shot.
for a shot?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's time
cool.
for a shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
We
Give me
had
one
some
of
earlier,
these.
but we'll...
We'll get a shot for this, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is turned it up a bit, because I used to have a YouTube before this one, and it was around talking about, I'll join you, talking about females, and I'm glad that really didn't catch momentum.
Yeah.
But tell me about your journey.
Okay. So, into the lady department, so of course I have like more women that want me, but I don't know why they want me. I don't know if it's from social media or they actually like me. So,
I mean, it's probably the $100,000 you made in a month.
yeah, because that's like public documents. Like
Yeah.
people see like the rankings from TikTok, and they see like what a person has made every single day. So that's
So wait, are you complaining you don't like the attention from the women? Or am I picking that up? Or
not
what?
for the money, because that mean I gotta spend money.
I mean, you're going
I
to spend
don't-
it anyway.
Yes, we're
at
gonna
some
spend
point.
it anyway. We're gonna do it smart. We're gonna do it the smart
I hear
way.
you.
Yeah, we just ain't gonna go out and, hey, can I get a Honda Accord? No. No. Yeah, can I get a Honda Accord? No, like we're not doing that. But as far as women, it's fun and it's flattering that like more women are coming, and that's a blessing. But I kind of be particular with who I mess with.
I mean, you can get so distracted with the influx. How do you time block?
Well, for me, and this is the honest truth, I don't want to see a woman until maybe like 10 p.m. Or later. Because during the day, I'm hustling.
Okay.
I'm hustling all day. Like
respect
literally
that.
all day I'm hustling to try to, build my future. So I probably shut down at maybe like 10 p.m. to where my day is more relaxed. So that's when like I can include a woman into my day.
Gotcha. Because you feel like it'll be a huge distraction if you.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have a girlfriend or are you just dating?
No, I'm just dating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just dating right now.
Okay, cool. Has the caliber of women like upgraded for you or?
Oh, yes. I'm getting more baddies now. Yeah, more baddies are knocking on my door.
Geo
Yeah.
baddies, like all around the world.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, like, have you had somebody from like a different country that surprised you that really has a crush on you?
Yes, like
where?
from Canada, Nigeria, Brazil, everywhere. Like literally everywhere.
So this is where this travel stuff is headed.
Yeah, I'm global fine at this point to some people. Like global fine to them. Yes.
That is hilarious. So where's your next trip? Where you going next? Where we at up?
So I've been thinking about my next trip being Colombia or DR. Like those are like two places like I'm juggling.
Just don't come back pregnant, Jalen. Just don't come back.
No. I don't think I think I'm a strap up. I'm a strap up
so,
and
bro.
then,
I hope so. Be safe.
Yeah, I'm not coming back taking penicillin.
No, man, that sucks.
or no
That
shit
sound
like
like
that.
it sucks. I wouldn't know.
No,
but
I'm
that
gonna
sounds
have
like it
fun.
sucks.
I'm gonna have fun, but I'm gonna be like safe as well.
You do have a daughter, Mercy.
Yes.
How is she? How is like social media and the difference in your life? How has that contributed or spilt over to her life?
Well, my daughter watches YouTube, so when she sees me with certain people, she'll say, "Daddy, how you know him?" And
Like
I'll be
who?
like, "That's my friend."
Like who?
Well, she liked Soulja Boy. Yeah, she likes Soulja Boy. Like she actually knows how to do the crank that dance. And there was another guy I was live with named Funny Mike. Yeah, she watches him and his daughter's YouTube. So she was like, "Daddy, how you know him?"
How old is she?
5.
Oh, okay. So I also noticed that you interviewed Little Rel, or Little RT.
Little RT, yeah.
Would you
she
let?
knows him too.
Would you let Mercy talk to Little RT?
Yeah, just talking, but being around him too long, no, because he would be a bad influence.
That's funny.
Yeah, because he's 10, but he's like, I
Yeah,
think
that's too
he's like
old.
20. He's
That's
like
too old
20.
for her.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. You talked about shock value with this book that you're reading called Triggers. I downloaded the book, but I haven't read it yet. When you choose people like RT and Charleston White, are you looking for shock value? Are you looking for trigger moments?
Well, with Charleston White, I kind of wanted people to understand that, when you hear the stuff that he goes viral for, that's not necessarily the authentic version of him.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's literally asking him a question about them, and he's giving his viral point of view rather than necessarily his real point of view, because it's a difference between him, the man, and the character.
You know, it's funny. I am reading that Daryl Eves book, the YouTube formula, and he talks something about like having a character. That definitely works for Charleston White, but for me, I don't think I'm a character. This is literally my life, who I am, what I'm doing.
You haven't discovered the character.
I haven't discovered my character yet.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is the character, but you know what I mean? I'm still trying to differentiate that.
Right.
Because it's not like Beyonce where you go, I'm Beyonce and then I'm Sasha Fierce. Or you go, I'm Charleston White and then I'm like whoever the viral character is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you discovered like what's your real character, as you present yourself out to the world. The world diagnoses your character, I feel. Because with Charleston White, he was just a guy that was like passionate about helping black people. And he would go to the courthouse and deal with them. And eventually he became like this angry black guy. And that's like the character that he has.
Yeah.
Like that's what people see online is like, oh, this is an angry black guy, hating on people, which he doesn't really hate on people. It's just people ask him about what do they think. And he uses his moral compass to explain like how he really feels.
Yeah. Did you get any pushback from having Charleston White on interviewing him?
Most of the people that I know personally, they were like, that was good because they actually enjoyed the interview. And like I told you earlier, I'm free. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. Like,
Well, it's also impressive that you even like got him to do your interview. I mean, it just shows how valid your presence is online. The fact that he's willing to sit down and do an interview with you. Honestly, you came in here today and you were talking to Soulja Boy, so you have a relationship with him too. Tell me, how did that come about?
It was just one day I was on live and I was like in the rankings, and I invited him to my live. So when I invited him to my live, he just came on and we were just talking, and then we started doing like a live battle on TikTok. And then that lasted hours and hours, and he realized that this is a different world than what he was used to, because he would just go live and just talk to his people and he would just shout them out. But this live thing was me and him trolling each other. And everybody who knows Soulja Boy knows he's a great troll.
And he's a competitor.
And he's a competitor. So I'm just at least either better or just as good as him at trolling. So we were just trolling each other for hours, and we both pushed each other to the rankings. And I think I finished number 9 that day, and he finished like number 10 or 11 or something like that.
When you say rankings, what do you mean? For the country?
Yeah, for the United States. So the rankings are the people who get the most live gifts, like in that day. They have literally daily rankings.
Oh, wow.
So me and him finished top 10 that day.
So he found you on TikTok?
No, I saw that he was on live and I was on live. And when you're in the rankings, you can request anybody.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
Once the request was accepted, that's when we started going live every single day after that.
So you battle. Tell me what that means. You're battling to see who's going to donate the most money to you? How does that work?
Yes, so it's a battle for who gets the most live gifts within 5 minutes on TikTok.
Wow.
So me and him were doing that all day.
Bro,
and it
that's
was
incredible.
really competitive battles. Like I think some of these games were maybe like $200-$300 games for every 5 minutes for like, I would say 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so every game, $200, 5 minutes or more, sometimes even 1,000.
And for him, it's just fun.
It's fun, but he didn't know that he could make that much money in less than a day. So Soulja Boy's first day on TikTok, he made maybe like $25,000. And I know it don't matter who you is. If you make $25,000 in one day, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. That's a huge deal. Damn. So Soulja Boy typically goes viral with everything he does. He's always the number one person to do something, the first person to do something. I love Soulja Boy. I grew up doing the Crank That as well. He'd be a good person to bring on your YouTube channel, don't you think?
Yeah, we're going to put that in the works. We discussed it not too long ago. But yeah, that's something that could be in the works.
So you're going to do an interview with him?
Yeah, that's it. Potentially.
So you'd be the first XPA to do an interview with Soulja Boy?
Yeah, I'm probably the first, XPA to do a lot of stuff on social media for real.
That's true. What have you learned from being around people like Soulja Boy and Charleston White about money and business?
Well, me personally, I don't think creators are just super good business people. Like, I can't say Charleston is like the influences me business-wise. Soulja Boy kind of does, because he's willing to take a risk on anything new. Like, it doesn't matter. If it was the app that started out tomorrow, he would be like, he would analyze it and say, oh, okay, I'm going to get on this app. And he'll be the first to actually do it. Like, and he's really the first to do a lot. So that, taking a risk business-wise, I respect him for that.
So do you get to hang out with him off camera, or is it just live?
I've actually flew out to LA before and we FaceTime, but he was in New York at the time. So I mean, I feel like we'll meet up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool to get an interview with him.
No, for real.
I think that he would definitely get you to go viral again if you got him, because I mean, he just went viral a couple of days ago. The last thing I heard, he was just cussing. I couldn't even understand what he was saying. He was just going off.
Well, he went viral for he went to the Donald Trump crypto ball, and people gave him flack about it. And what he basically said was, Kamala ain't give me no money.
Yeah, I heard
Obama ain't give me no money, which
funny.
was a logical answer. You know, he went and got the money to which, for instance, like if he had say he went to the Garden, you know, in Boston to do a concert. Whoever hired him, they could be a racist, they could be a rapist. It doesn't, you know, he's still gonna do it because he doesn't know. Like he doesn't necessarily know. He's just doing it because they're paying for his presence.
I thought, you know, when Trump ran in 2016, when Chrisette Michele performed for him and everybody just like canceled her, I was like, why? I mean, it's an honor to be chosen to perform at any presidential
Respect the
inauguration.
office.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get some people have, you know, different views or whatever. I'm not here to stir that up, but I respect the fact that she did it, and I hope that, you know, it's different now. I feel like people have a different approach to it now. They're not like shunning people for doing it, but it seems like Soulja Boy had to get that off his chest and let them know he wasn't the one to play with.
Oh yeah, he screamed and yelled about that.
Straight up. So how do you approach collaborations with other creators? Like, I know you, since you've gone viral, since you have these relationships with people like Charleston White and Soulja Boy, I'm pretty sure people are like, Jalen, put me on,
Yeah.
post my page, or let me meet Charleston, or let me meet Soulja. How do you deal with that?
I'm not introducing anybody to anybody, not necessarily like as far as like those people, because I mean, why should I? Like, what incentive do I have to introduce you to somebody like that? You know, if it made sense, if it was a way that you could help them, then
Gotcha.
yes, but not just to say, oh yeah, let's take a picture. No, I don't see the point in that. But people do ask me to meet this person and meet that person, but it only has to make sense to me.
So, what's next? TikTok almost went away. You had a video that you did with Trump, thanking him for not taking TikTok away. I love what you do with AI. I think it's so funny. Did you get any backlash on that, or people just get the humor behind it?
A lot of people get the humor, but some people don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, like I went home on like Thanksgiving and somebody said, you know, I don't like that you supporting Trump. And I'm like, it's just a video. If you just go look at it, it's just a video.
Right.
Like, it's nothing. I don't support anybody. You know, I didn't even vote, you know, so like that's not my support. That's just making content.
Gotcha. What's next for you in content creation? Are you planning to go hard on YouTube, or are you planning to just stick to both TikTok and YouTube?
Well,
right
yeah,
now?
TikTok is obviously going to be my main job.
Yeah.
But YouTube is like my part-time. And hopefully my part-time job takes over my main job, you know, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. You know, I think that's why I got you here, because I'm on the journey to trying to step over into content creation and kind of make sure that I leave my team and everything intact in the TV and film world. I still want to like coach, do workshops. I still want to go on certain sets because certain jobs are just fun, right? Sometimes
Right.
you just want to go. I still love being on set, but I'm more passionate about creating a different avenue in life for myself. So thank you for being my first interview. I think your story is very impactful. I definitely can see it in my viewpoint. You were just on set with me 2 years ago, and now I never see you on set. And I like that. I like that, man. I'm happy
No,
for
that's
you.
been a blessing. Even though I miss it sometimes because I actually love film. But, I mean, I love the life that I'm living now. Like, I love it.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Anything you want to tell the people that are just starting off? You're reading a book, The YouTube Formula, and some people really don't understand how powerful content creation is and what it can do for your life. You're a living witness of making that type of money in 1 month. That's
Yeah.
incredible, bro. That can change somebody's life. So if you had to give some advice to somebody that's on the edge or thinking about it, it's the beginning of the year, it's 2025. What advice would you give them?
Well, mainly for the younger generation. If you're not sure what you want to do with your life, as far as go to college, if you in the limbo of trying to figure that out, I would suggest you build the foundation on social media because it's not really hard. Everybody has content that surrounds their life that could go viral or gain you a community of people that want to support you.
When you say everybody has content, the average person is like, man, I work at UPS or some facility. What is my life like? How can I make that?
Well, any place that you work out, it's something that happens to where you can create a viral moment. If you're working and making a burger, if you threw that burger at the manager and said, fuck this shit, I'm walking out, that's viral.
You're going to be viral and fired.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you can also find another job. You can find another job. But that one video is going to go so viral that you have your fan base started right then.
So you try to go viral first or just make content?
Make content. And it's so simple to make content that, you know, it's no excuse for anybody who's struggling to make content because everybody's life has some form of content to it.
So the way you approach content now, because we went out to dinner the other day and you were like, that's content right there. Oh, that's content right there. Like you always see content now, I assume.
Right. That's because that's my livelihood and that's something I really enjoy.
And you mentioned that Charleston White told you that everything is content. You should always be shooting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always be pressing the record button.
I hope this provided value to people that are watching, especially people that want to start, you know, becoming a social media content creator or somebody that's hating their job right now that may just get some inspiration from you. Thank you for doing this.
No, I appreciate the opportunity.